Welcome to the fourth tutorial of Little Coders. Today we are going to learn our first game, the Clones Attack. We are going to start with the game where the player controls a spaceship and has to avoid some flying robots. First, create a new Scratch project. Delete the Scratch sprite, then go to choose a backdrop. Select space and choose a space background. Next, you need to choose a new sprite. Let's use the spaceship sprite. Go to choose a sprite and type rocket ship. Let's begin by making sure that when the game starts, the spaceship is in the correct size, is in the correct place, and is facing the correct direction. To do this, we need to make a block. First, go to Events, drag a when flag clicked, then go to Motion and take a point in direction and change it to 180. Then go to Looks and drag a Set Size to block and change it so that it says 40. Then go back to Motion and drag a Go to X block and change it to X0 and Y0. Now comes the fun part. Let's make the spaceship move. To this, we'll need a forever loop, which will run as long as the game is being played. A forever block is really useful for detecting things that are happening in a game, like keys presses or sprites hitting each other. Now, we need to put this at the bottom of our script. We want to tell our program to react when a key is pressed. So inside the loop, we need to drag a if-then block and go to sensing and drag a key space pressed. This will tell you if the key is pressed, then do something. Which key should we choose and what will happen when it's pressed? Let's start with the up arrow key. We want the Y position of the spaceship to increase by 10 every time up arrow is pressed. Change the space to up arrow and go to motion and drag a change Y by 10 block. By shift clicking on this block, we can choose duplicate from the menu to save us getting all the blocks from the palette again. Duplicate it 3 times. And then change the keys pressed and directions. Put the first one up arrow in the forever loop and then change the second one to down arrow and change the change Y by 10 to minus 10. And then drag the change Y by 10 block from the third one and drag a change X by 10 block. Then in the fourth one, make it change x by -10. Now you can press the flag and try controlling your spaceship with the arrow keys. Now that we have our spaceship working, let's make some robots to throw at it. First go to the choose a sprite, and then we need a robot. Type in robot. I'm going to choose a retro robot. Now go to costumes and flip it horizontally because right now it is facing the wrong direction. Click back onto the code and just like we did with our spaceship, we need to change the robot's size and position. First, go to events, drag a when flag clicked, go to looks, set size to 50%, go to motion, drag a go to X, Y block, and then change it to X 240 and Y 0. Now we want to send lots of robots flying at the spaceship. It would take us a long time to create hundreds of sprites. So instead, we are going to use clones of the robot. Clones are copies of a sprite and all its scripts. First, we need to go to control and grab a forever loop, and then go down and drag a create clone of myself and put it inside the forever loop. Then go back to the top and drag a wait 1 second block and put it underneath the create clone of myself. Drag it under the rest of our scripts. Nothing will happen yet because all of the clones are created on top of the original robot. We need to make them move when they are created. We can do this by making a new script. First, drag a when I start as clone from the control, then go to grab a forever loop and then go to motion and take the move 10 steps block and make it -5. Now click the flag and there will be a bunch of robots moving in and it go up and down. Now we can do 3 things to make the game more interesting. First, we can make the game end if a robot touches the spaceship. We can make the robots appear at random and make sure the robots disappear when they leave the screen. Now, to end the game, when the robot touches the spaceship, we can go to control, take an if then block, and then go to sensing, grab a touching mouse pointer block and change it to rocket ship, then go back to control and then grab a stop all block. The stop all block makes all the running scripts end. Place this into the clones forever loop. After the -5 steps. Now, if we click the flag and if a robot touches the spaceship, everything ends. Let's make the robot start position less easy to guess. First, we go to operators, take a pick random 1 to 10 block, and then drag it into the Y0. The pick random block numbers we can use to change the position of the clones. Now change the 1 to -150 and the 10 to 150. Now if we click the flag, the robot should be appearing at random positions on the screen. And if they're not doing this, go back and check on all your blocks and to see if you can spot the problem. Our last step is to destroy the clones when they reach the other side of the screen. To do this, we need to know if their X position is less than about -230. That is because scratch stage goes from +240 on the right to 240 on the left, -240 on the left. So if the robot is at -230, it must be about to hit the left hand edge of the stage. We can grab the less than operator and then go to motion and then drag the X position block and put it on the left side of the operator, and then on the other side we need to type in -230. Now go to control and drag an if then statement and put the X position less than block and into the if, and then go down and drag a stop all block and put it in the then. Now we need to go and drop it after the other if touching rocket ship block, and then take out the stop all and put a delete this clone block instead. One last thing, the original robot is always visible at the edge of the screen, but it's just sitting there. We can solve this by hiding the sprite but showing the clones. You can find the hide and show blocks in looks. First, take both of them and then when I start as clone, put a show and At the when flag clicked, put a hide. Add these into your scripts you have already built. Now press the flag and you should see robots appearing. And if you hit them, you'll die. Thank you for watching my video. Please do subscribe it. Bye.